Welcome back to Breslov campus. Insights on how through prayer one can understand the Torah. We go to a Gemara in Ta'anit, Tractate Masachet Ta'anit, page number 8, Daf Chet, the beginning. Reish Lakish makes an amazing statement. Reish Lakish says, if a student sees that his studies are hard as iron for him, like he can't understand, he can't penetrate his Torah study because it's like iron, like an iron wall in front of him. So, Maitakante, what should he do to help him understand? Yarbe Bishiva, he should, the simple translation is, he should, like Rashi explains it, be abundant in sitting where? In the study hall. And by sitting in the studying hall and also speaking with the other disciples who also are learning together and being open to hear from them explanations, this will sharpen his mind to understand. This is how Rashi explains it. The Meiri, a commentary on the Gemara, says something which is fascinating and it fits in so amazingly to Rebbe Nachman's perspective, if you want to say, in achieving and understanding the Torah. The Meiri explains the word Yarbe Bishiva, that a person now who has difficulty in learning, he can't understand his Torah study, it's like a wall of iron in front of him that he can't penetrate it, so he should be abundant in yeshiva. The word yeshiva is like badad yeshev. He says, like, there's a verse that says that the Jewish people, their praise is that they are alone, badad. They sit alone. In other words, that whatever happened to the nations, the Jews are out of it. In other words, they always have a different system in being judged by Kadosh Baruch Hu. So he explains that Yashav means in this context what Rebbe Nachman calls Hitbodedut. Hitbodedut means secluded meditation. And the Meiri is saying that by a person doing Hitbodedut, which of course has many meanings, but in our context, that a person spends time alone with Hashem, asking to open up his mind to the Torah, this, and he says, his wording is there, that a person will understand lanetzach, forever, will have a very victorious understanding of the Torah when it came to him through great difficulty, and he did hitbodedut, that's his wording there of the Meiri, this is what opens up his mind. If you take a look at the book, Rebbe Nachman's Wisdom, the first section called Shivchei Haran, his praises, you will see that Rebbe Nachman, when he was a child, had great difficulty. He said it himself. He had great difficulty in understanding the Torah he was learning as a child. He couldn't understand even a simple Mishnah, he said about himself. And Rebbe Nachman said that his key to understanding, when he tried to understand and he couldn't, because he couldn't bother so much the Rebbe. If a Rebbe is in a class and there's many students, and one student is having a harder time to understand, that the Rebbe can't now, make the whole class go slower for that one student. That child needs a special curriculum to help him. But in this case, where there's no one else to give a special curriculum, what do you do? What does a child do in that situation? Rebbe Nachman had that scenario, that in eastern Ukraine back then, he had no one to help him understand, and not everyone is available. People were busy trying to earn a living, and no one had time, anytime you have a question, on even understanding a simple Mishnah to be available. There's a Rebbe to explain, but he can't explain everything in the class. So Rebbe Nachman said about himself that he started to cry and ask Hashem to open up his mind to understand the Torah. He started begging Hashem, and he said it worked. Then he saw that he was able to understand the Mishnah. And then he used, because of this, he used this attitude even for deeper levels of Torah that he couldn't necessarily grasp easily, such as the Talmud, and then eventually even the deeper teachings of the Kabbalah. He said about himself, Rebbe Nachman, that he accomplished understanding mainly through davening. Understanding when it was difficult. A normal person should understand the context, but if the head is hard like iron, barzel, and it doesn't sink in, so the advice given here is to do a lot of davening. And this, it makes a lot of sense, and it's so pertinent today, where people have a lot of difficulty in learning and understanding the Torah. What should be the message to them to wake up to do what to do for the situation is it's a time to do a lot of Hitbodedut and asking Hashem to open up the mind. Rebbe Nachman himself did it, and he shows us that this is the way to reach proper understanding of the Torah, is through davening. And this, of course, applies when you're trying to understand the simple meaning. You're honest and you're sincere. You're not looking for convolutions. You're looking just to understand the simple, direct understanding, and it's not working. So this is how davening can open the mind, that things become like bread and butter, chick-chack. We have many people that they start learning Gemara, for example, and it's very hard. They can't get it. They can't get into it. But they say with time, but here we're saying with time and prayer, a lot of Hitbodedut, like the Mary says, a person can then come to understand everything of the Torah, B'ezrat Hashem.